Hey mamas, I'm going to go through the kitchen makeover checklist with you today because this is a really important task that most of the time gets overlooked, or it often gets like tick, 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 tick without actually, and I'm not sure whether it's actually being done. So I thought I'm going to give you an overview on how it actually needs to be done. You come into your kitchen and you see it'll have a brief description. And you really need to read that. It's really important. So here's your checklist. First of all, you want to purge the refrigerator. So you come into your refrigerator and you see any crap, any highly processed food, any chocolate, anything that's not going to be heading towards your goals, you get rid of it, right? So you'll tick that off. Once you've done some chucking out, I think all I'd really chuck out in here right now is probably the sauces. I don't really need them much. Then I come into the freezer where it could have some ice cream in there, or any kind of frozen treats that we don't want as staples. We want them as bonus foods. So when you actually go out with your family and take your family out for ice cream, that's that way it's not in the house and you're not tempted when you're feeling snackish at night. So we've purged the refrigerator. Then we come into the next task is the pillage the pantry. So when we come into the pantry, we're looking at, is there good choices readily available on eye level? So if you've got packets of chips and highly processed foods, I don't know, Doritos, what else could be in the cupboards?
Crisp breads, sarkatars, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, all those highly processed foods that are not going to get you, that you can snack on, that won't get you towards your goals, and they're not healthy for your children either. So they are, again, bonus foods. Chuck them out, get rid of them, go out for a packet of chips or something when you go to the movies, not as staples. Instead, replace them. So then that's the next. So we've purged the refrigerator, pillage the pantry, and then the very important thing is, because we don't want to cut things out and not replace them, we need to replace them. So we replace them with better choices. You've got muesli here, you've got rice cakes here, popcorn here instead for your high energy carbohydrates, potatoes, whatever. And then you've just, at eye level here, you've got some 0 calorie beverage options and your spices and sauces and things to flavour your foods. So then we replace the contents with both. As you saw in my fridge, I've got, I'll show you again. You've got salads, bolognese, you've got burgundy beef here, chicken soup, all really nice FDN, fast, delicious nutrition, available for you quick and easy. So then the next thing is the tools of the trade. So you want to make sure that you've got containers to store your food in. So as you've seen in the fridge, we've got that going here. Also, this is our container cupboard. Not that attractive, it's not really pretty, and it's not all in order. I know that annoys the shit out of Pete, but whatevs. But so you need to get containers to store your food in. You tick it off. You go and see whether you've got some sharp knives. Let's see. Okay, I've got a couple of sharp knives. If they need to be sharpened, give them a sharpen, or get your hubby to or your partner to. At least 2 chopping boards. So we tick that off. This is where we keep our chopping boards. A set of metric cups. So we've got some metric cups here, because we utilise them. We've got metric cups in here, and I think even in the dishwasher we'll have the large one, because that's the one that gets used the most. Now, it's there. And then we've got a bench, a working space bench over here.
We could clear this one, really, couldn't we?
We could clear it. We're not, we could clear this, because we're not perfect. We're in isolation as well, so we've been slack and we can just go and grab whatever we need. So we've got the bench workspace. We've got the magic bullet. So this is our big one for making liquid meals or processing food and all that kind of stuff. Working hot plates. Yes, we got a nutrition scales in the cupboard here. We've got our nutrition scales. We've got, next is wok pots and pans with a steamer insert, or or above, you know.
Yeah, you don't need everything on the list, but you know, if you
Pretty
get
much.
most
So
of
pots
it.
and pans that are going to work, and then you've got your slow cooker. Where do we store that now? It's in here, isn't it?
Under here.
Oh, so under there in that cupboard, we've got the slow cooker.
I've got two, actually.
And the thing is, when I look at this, we've got a barbecue with a hood. Yes, we've got it outside. We're not using it right now because it's raining. A Teflon sheet. No, we don't have a Teflon sheet, so we don't tick that. And then we've got roasting trays. Yep, we've got roasting trays in our oven, so we tick that. And then we press notify my specialist to complete. And I think nowadays you can even upload a photo, so I can give you personal feedback. You can show me your fridge, you can show me your cupboard, and I can say, oh hey, you know, the peanut butter or something, or the Nutella is a big one that you find in cupboards. If you want to keep the Nutella in there for the kids or whatever, they're quite resistant for that now, then you pop it up above your eye level so it's not there staring at you when it's late at night and you put the kids to bed and you're searching for something. So there you go, really important task that often gets overlooked. And think about your family, think about yourself and your goals and why you're actually doing the Fit Mum method in the first place. So this isn't for us to make sure that you are a good girl or a bad girl, or your family is doing the right thing. This is actually for you to do, and for you, and to think, I love my family, I love myself, and I want this improvement, so I'm going to make these changes into my environment.